Okay, seriously, we'll reverse the, I'll ask the question. How many of you want to go into coaching? You're lying, Ben. No. You're lying, Ben. Well, as I told the team, I think one of the hardest things doing sport is when you've lost, and you've lost a couple, is to figure out how to win again. As you know, I'm a huge boxing fan. You get knocked out, the hardest thing to do is get back in the ring and figure out how to win. Football game, basketball game, baseball game. When you lose, and we've lost for 2 weeks, there's only 2 games, but we had a 2-week frame where we didn't win a game. And so the hardest thing to do then is to then learn how to win again. And I was really pleased with 36 minutes. The first 36 minutes, the first 20 wasn't, we didn't shoot the ball particularly well. The only thing we talked about at halftime was we're getting out-rebounded by a team that should not be out-rebounding us. That was our – but we had more assists than turnovers. We had 6 turnovers, I think, at half. Playing well, getting good shots, getting great shots, just didn't make shots. And I've told them, I said, we get good shots, the ball gets shared. We got to live with that. Second half, we're going to make them. And I thought the start of the second half and then all the way to the 4-minute mark, it was beautiful basketball. It was as good a basketball that we've played in quite some time. Now there's 4 minutes to go to the game, and it's 78-58. And our defensive efficiency is below 95, which is great. Our offensive efficiency is above 110, which is great. We had 22 assists and 9 turnovers at that time. So the game was played very, very well. And then I thought the lesson that our guys learned was then it was like, okay, we're going to get ours now. And we've talked about the ball moving more, playing off one another, unselfishness, and I saw that for 36 minutes. I thought the last 4 minutes was selfish. It wasn't very smart basketball. We got beat 24-7 in that 4 minutes, and we had no assists, 4 turnovers in that time frame. So it was a great teaching point for me. It's not the way I want to teach when it was a game we had in hand, but it does prove the point of what we look like when we're unselfish playing together versus what we look like when we're selfish and not playing as a team. And I think that was a valuable lesson for our guys tonight.
Well, what did the officials tell you about the end, and how close did it?
And I did see it, finally. We didn't get a look for a while, but I did see it. And Tom deflected. The clock did start early, but Tom deflected the inbounds pass. He was on the ball, and he deflected it. So immediately the clock should start then. It started a little bit earlier than that, but he deflected it. And then if you just do stopwatch, which is what the officials did, there's only 1.5 on the clock. So if it's tipped at the baseline and then they tip it right around the timeline and it goes backwards, that's beyond 1.5. So I did see the tip of the inbounds pass, and so I do feel like it was the right call.
It seemed like they were close to letting them inbound it again, though. They went back and forth to the scores table multiple times. Did you get a sense that they were close to replaying that?
Yes. Yeah.
In all your years of coaching and playing the game of basketball, have you ever seen a final 30-second sequence like that? Not just with the final official review, but all the other ones that were going on.
We had a lot of them. We had a lot of them, and it seemed like was it 20 Armstrong came in, and all of a sudden just started firing threes, and they're going in from everywhere. So we took Tom out with 4.5 to go. I've got to watch him. I thought he had a great game, and maybe we took him out too early, but getting him back in I thought was crucial. And, I thought we did some good things defensively. I thought they made some big plays and some big shots, but it was more our offense that generated a lot of it. We missed free throws in the last 4 minutes, and we turned the ball over. You can't, in crunch time, that last 4 minutes, you can't have no assists, 4 turnovers. It's not the way you got to play it. And I guess we had two more minutes better than what we have. Michigan was 34 minutes. Cincinnati was 34 minutes. Tonight was 36 minutes. So we're gaining.
Somebody was watching said that Steve Lavin might have given you an assist because he pointed out that he showed him the play and mentioned that Tom he was calling the game and showed him their monitor and showed that.
I didn't see where Steve was, but if he did, I certainly appreciate the assist, because if that's true, Coach Lav gave us the only assist we had in the last 4 minutes. So that was a big assist by Coach Lav. So if he was responsible for that, I very much appreciate it.
Coach, I know you mentioned in the Cincinnati game, but how do you think Thomas handled the double team tonight?
He was terrific. I think what he ended up, 4 assists. 4 assists, 3 turnovers. You look at his stat line, he's got something all the way across. Had a steal, had 3 blocks, 11 rebounds, got to the free throw line, made 3 threes, got 14 shot attempts, which is what we got to have. So I thought he was terrific. And this isn't an easy game for our bigs because they really play 5 guards. In my opinion, 25 Hagedorn is really a guard. He's almost like a stretch 4. There's no low post game. It's 5 spread. That's hard to guard when you're trying to play big like we are. But I thought in the second half, our strength and our size really started to put an impression on them a little bit, and that's why we were able to build a 20-plus lead. And Tom obviously had a lot to do with that. But I thought our guys did a good job of finding him. If you look at our stat, everybody had an assist. I don't know if that's happened all year. So everybody had an assist, everybody had a rebound. It was a good team effort until the last 4 minutes. And then we all started thinking about ourselves.
You guys handled the full court press from South Dakota pretty well. They started doing about 10-minute mark, and then those last 30 seconds, 3 of the 4 turnovers occurred against the full court press there. What changed with the full court press break in those last 30 seconds?
Well, I think one of them, Jalen tripped and fell right when the ball was being inbound. So that's one of those tough breaks. I thought the one with Aaron close to their bench, and I had a really good look at it. I don't know what more he could have done. There were 3 guys, in my opinion, that he went through, and I do agree with the travel. I just think, there was a lot that happened before the travel. But so I don't know. I have to watch the tape, but I thought all in all, I thought we handled the press pretty well. I think what I was more upset about was when we broke the press, we didn't eat clock. That's what our guys got to learn. It's time and score. Why are we trying to score 10 seconds into the shot clock? We're up 20. Even when we're up 10, you gotta work that clock down to inside 6-7 seconds before you look for a shot. And I thought we were just very eager to get a shot up way too early in the clock process.
Coach, you only had, I think, 14 points in the paint in the first half and then 26 in the second. How much of an emphasis was that going in to the second
Well,
half?
it's a big emphasis. The 2 things we talked about at halftime was they had 2 more points than we did it in the paint, which can't happen. And they had out-rebounded us bad. We didn't have an offensive rebound at halftime, or 2. I think we had 2. They had 9. And that shouldn't happen. We're going to play much bigger, much more athletic teams than this, and we have already. And we've been a good rebounding team. And so that's what we really talked about, and I thought we did a much better job until late in the game. I thought we did a much better job in those 2 areas.